Thank you. We often ask when you step to the mic that if people in front of you have said what you had to say, that you just say ditto. And so tonight I'm going to say ditto to Mr. Day, to Ms. Keever, to Mr. Harris for their comments. I think they are spot on. They address all the appropriate things. I might add a couple of comments, just echoing again what Ms. Keever said. Public safety, there's nothing that the 7 people sitting at this dais take more seriously than the safety of the public in McKinney, Texas. And we have a city manager as CEO form of government. Sometimes it's helped other folks I've talked to understand that the city manager in McKinney, Texas is the CEO of this city. We are, in effect, a board of directors. The board of directors sets a vision and casts a strategy, as Mr. Harris says. It is then up to our CEO to surround himself with talent, women and men who can lead forward and accomplish those goals. Mr. Gray explained to us in an executive session that by some of the blogs I saw out there wasn't all that confidential, but it's supposed to be confidential, and it's information that is personnel related, is protected by law in this state and in this country. And as Ms. Keever said, it's not exactly fair to pick a fight and pick on someone who can't defend themselves. So it's to us, the majority of the council tonight, to say that we believe that the city manager acted on good information after 18 months of working with the police chief to create a bond and relationship and understanding. And when they could not come to that, he made a change. That is his right. He's the CEO of this city. We can quarrel about who was told when and when this council was informed, but I will say this, along the lines of what Ms. Keever said, there were at least 5 changes in significant positions in this city over the last 18 months under Mr. Gray's leadership. Not one time did you hear anyone up this dais complain, second guess. You know why? Because everybody kind of liked the changes. Everybody thought that was the right thing for the city. Then comes along a little bit more controversial change, and all of a sudden, we feel free to do our own personal press releases, to express out there our outrage at what's happened, to undermine the city manager, council, mayor form of government. Do not mistake yourself. What you've seen in the last 10 days in this city is an attack on the city manager, council form of government. If I don't do anything else tonight, I'm here to strongly affirm that there's nothing more important for us to do than to preserve that. This city, as Mr. Harris just pointed out, this city has seen in its history at various times where it was not respected, where that was not the case, where the city council and the mayor managed the city and made the decisions, and the city manager was nothing but a, hey, go do this, go do that situation. And we're not going back to that in this city as long as I have anything to say about it. So with that, I thought of the analogy of free speech, and everybody says, oh, we're a sacred promise in our country for free speech, right? Everybody's in favor of free speech, but it still happens that a lot of people only believe in free speech when the person talking agrees with them. They don't so much care for free speech when they have to defend it for somebody who's talking about things and saying things they don't appreciate. It's the same thing with the form of government we have. You cannot pick and choose to be a fan of the city council, city manager form of government as long as the city manager is doing everything you want to do. As Mr. Day said, we're all human beings. There are certainly going to be times when a city manager or a CEO of a corporation or a city does things that we may not agree with, or we may not like the form or the communication or whatever. It is not to us to step out publicly and undermine that CEO in this form of government, and I think it's critical for us to stand up for that. That said, I strongly support the city manager. I strongly support the decision he's made and the plan he's laid out very clearly for a way forward in this city. I'll echo the comments in closing of all of my colleagues that this is a great city. This has been an unfortunate situation the last 10 days that we've had to deal with, but it does not, as Mr. Harris said, it does not undo all the great things going on in this city. We have tremendous things going on, things that have already been announced, things that will be announced in the future. No one city manager or council member is going to undo the goodness of this city and the direction of this city. So we as a council have to pull together and continue to lead forward. We've been given a privilege at the dais to lead a city that's been widely acclaimed across this country. And I give you my word, as Mr. Harris did, that I will do everything within my power to continue to lead forward in a positive way. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem.